I How many weeks were we gone? 2 weeks.
Remember, like, okay, so the thing is, I don't know how many of you guys are watching this right now or watching it back later on, but when we say we'll be back, don't take us for our word. Okay, my semester started. Franco's
And
semester has just ended. Tama
yep,
ba?
yeah.
Yeah. So, like, we just allow it. Just allow it. It's okay.
So yeah, Dynamite.
Let's start.
Wait,
Let's
to
start.
be fair, we're not a day late this time.
Yeah, we did it. We did this on we. Well, technically,
No, we are a
we
day
kind
late.
of are a day late. We're not a second day late.
Yeah.
Have we ever done a
So
Saturday stream? This is scuffed already. It's okay.
yeah.
We're
Anyway,
vibing here. We're having
back
fun.
back to the show. Back to the show. So this was really surprising because they did the show open. I don't know if I accidentally skipped the announcer's greeting or it
I think you
actually just
did because
started.
like I watched it back and they started with Jim Ross like it's Wednesday night but without any pyros. Like why is there no pyro?
Ah,
Then you
okay, okay.
see CM Punk in the ring. Like
Maybe
yeah,
that's why I didn't notice. Like, okay,
yeah,
so like Punk was in the ring, he had a box. Uh,
yeah.
he had he had his MJF shirt on.
What's in the
Uh,
box?
what's in the box? Okay, this promo wasn't his best. It kind of dragged for a while, but
Yeah, because
basically,
maybe I don't know if the promo just wasn't good. Like it was good, but it wasn't as good as we've seen from him. But also maybe I'm just getting slowly more tired of face punk. Like we've
nah,
already seen hints of heel punk.
no, I mean, for me personally, it wasn't that. I think he repeated some stuff a bit too much for me. I think that was
Yeah,
it. Yeah, but like,
and
on any other person, this was a great promo.
yeah, but
Like,
like just because you've seen his previous body of work,
yeah,
that he can probably do better than this. But it's fine.
yeah.
It was good anyway.
So basically, he was calling out MJF. Uh, he won the tag match from, wait, was it last week or 2 weeks
That
ago?
that was last week in a ridiculously fun match. Like
Yeah,
it was so crazy. It was so crazy.
yeah. Basically, he won the right to a rematch with like his chosen stipulation,
Yeah.
and he chose a dog collar match.
Yes. And
Mm.
it took me way too long because I'm not a wrestling historian. It took me way too long to understand the double entendre of "Will You Be My Valentine." It took me way too long. Did you get it first time?
I
Like, did
don't.
you?
No, actually, I don't think I still get. I don't think I've gotten it.
Because apparently there was a famous dog collar match between Roddy
Ah,
Piper
no, no, no.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
Greg
yeah,
Valentine.
yes, like
Yeah.
that's now I get it. Like it took me way too long to get it, and I was like, oh my god, did he just did he just and he did.
And then basically he called out MJF to the ring and he brought out the picture. We've been waiting for
We've
this.
been waiting for this. Like everyone basically already knows this picture exists. Like I think
Yeah.
that AEW knows that everyone knows this picture exists. But he finally brings out the picture, and then it was a great closing line, by the way. Like I'm going to make it the worst night of your life, and to me it'll just be Sunday. Yes, yes. And MJF was like,
Yeah,
bye.
I this was the first time I think where he didn't have an answer for anything. Unless you count their first meeting when he didn't shake his hand.
I think he was shocked. So like I guess like that's a different kind of not having an answer. Because here
But
he was just like, oh god. Like, oh
but
no.
usually even if like he doesn't talk on the mic, like he's yelling in the ring or like at someone.
Yeah.
Like he's usually animated after getting pissed off.
Yeah. The thing is, I still really want MJF to win. Like he sucks, but I
Yeah.
still really want him to win.
I don't know. Maybe is he gonna get 3 wins on Punk?
Are we actually counting it as 2 wins? I mean, yes, we are counting it as 2 wins. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
But MJF, I feel like, okay, I'm thinking in terms of how big it'll be for Wardlow to break him. Because
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
probably coming soon. So if he beats CM Punk thrice in a lifetime, and and then Wardlow, like, because the Face of the Revolution thing is like already happening, and as we found out from later on in the show, Wardlow's going to be in that match. So it's a distinct possibility that he wins that. Um, maybe kill Sammy, maybe, I don't know,
No, I
and
don't
then
think so.
and or whatever, and it's
Yeah.
going to end up in a confrontation with MGF where he finally snaps. So
Yeah.
that's probably going to happen by like mid mid March or early April, maybe.
Yeah. I
And
think
it just means so much more if MJF has already beaten Punk 3 times and
I,
might be next in line for the World Championship, maybe, maybe,
maybe. I
yeah.
mean, yeah. If since you're like in the business of like building new stars, I think this is like two birds, one stone thing. If MJF beats Punk, so basically you build up MJF and you get an avenue to build up Wardlow in the future. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's and
Punk
like
will be fine
Punk,
losing this.
yeah,
I think
he's
I think
not.
he'll be fine.
Like, he's still fine now after he lost twice. So I don't
Yeah,
think the
like that guy
yeah
got destroyed by Wardlow 1 week and then like picked up a fluke victory, and then next week he beats Sean Spears in 9 seconds. I think he can. I think he's immune to the week to week punishment. I
yeah.
think he's fine.
And I mean,
So
if this gets us to the heel turn CM Punk,
I'm all for it.
all the
I
better. Yeah,
all the better. Please bring it back. And Punk v Danielson when, please. Punk v
yeah.
Danielson when. Yeah.
So speaking of Danielson, we had Brian Danielson versus Lee Moriarty.
Yeah. I want to
Uh,
mention before
wait,
this that there was a
isn't
small segment with Jurassic Express, and it wasn't
yeah, I
really much of
forgot.
anything except for
I forgot
Jungle
to
Boy
put that
saying
in.
that he was really good with 3 ways. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
it's
Shagger.
a it was
Shagger.
basically a hype promo for the qualifying matches. I
Yeah.
mean the battle royales.
Yeah, I think we'll get to this later because they also touch on it in a different segment. But I'm not inspired. I don't have any reason to believe that they're dropping it unless it's two very particular people. Unless two specific teams qualify.
Yes, I don't
So
really have the vibe of them like dropping it anytime soon.
yeah. So they'll be fine. They'll be
Yeah,
fine. And Luchasaurus said 3 way and roared. That's nice.
yeah. So Danielson versus Moriarty. This was like
Danielson's
okay.
song has lyrics.
You
What?
didn't know?
No, like no.
It's had lyrics ever since the start.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
Yes,
No, like no,
dude.
no. It had someone's gonna get you're gonna get your effing head kicked in.
No,
But then
like,
now there's a vocal track,
no. There's
or has
been a
there always
vocal
been?
track.
What the hell? Oh, what? What? Have I just not heard it?
Yeah, that's why it felt weird to me in like the first time he came in because it was like Flight of the Valkyries and then it turned into a party song and it was like this
Yeah.
feels weird, but it's had that vocal track.
What the hell? Like that female voice.
Yeah,
This isn't new. There's something wrong with my perception or my memory. I don't know, but like anyway,
so yeah,
like yeah.
this match was pretty fun. Moriarty didn't do too much flying
Yeah, the
here.
thing is, Moriarty, like like Moriarty was never going to win this match. But the thing is, I
Yeah,
watched some videos recently, and like people who like are just a tier below the top stars. So like Moriarty, Daniel Garcia, actually JD Drake. I know now not to worry about these people because these guys are like current like world champions or like previous world champions in indie promotions. Like Daniel Garcia was like on an indie tear recently. Lee Moriarty had a ridiculous match towards the tail end of last year in another indie promotion. So like I'm not worried about them anymore. They're fine. Like they're getting their huge
yeah,
wins elsewhere. They're okay.
yeah, and like to be fair, that's probably why they have like they're young. That's one thing. That's
Yeah.
why they haven't been pushed up the cards. But they're also like gaining experience from other places. Like they're not
Yeah. They
chain
don't have
to
that
AEW.
exclusivity thing, right? They
Yeah,
don't have that exclusivity.
like if they
I
don't,
recently saw a video of like Danhausen entering to Judas at an indie show. So like that was great. He's doing. They're all probably doing fine elsewhere. Like Peter Avalon is probably a main eventer somewhere.
yeah.
I think so. I have very little reason to worry. Yeah.
So yeah, first match. This is like where I. It's nice that during the first match on the card, I realized immediately that the crowd was into it. Like somewhere in the start, like Brian did a surfboard, the
Yes.
the
And then
elevated
like,
surfboard.
way,
Yeah, and they
way,
were they were like screaming for the
way.
surfboard. Like
Yes.
it's a normal spot, but they were like
Yeah.
really excited for it.
And like people, there was this spot where they were both just slapping each other really
Ah,
hard.
the upside down snap spot.
The random upside down, like what is this? Like what is going on here?
That happened in the original Brian versus Omega match.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
their very first match.
Brian also had like at the start of the match there were just two extremely loud open hand slaps,
Yeah,
like crack and then crack again, like
there was
great.
also that. I thought he was going for ring capture DDT, and then he
And then
just
he just
kneed him
kneed
in the
him.
face.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh
Yeah,
my
and
god.
and like for Moriarty, he had like, I don't know what
He
suplex
had
that
good hope
was.
spots. He
Like,
had good hope spots.
he had that weird suplex where I don't know how he had Brian's arm trap, but he did. He just
Yeah,
like
like
tossed him over his shoulder.
basically this match just screamed skill. Like
Yeah,
these two people are just extremely good. And maybe someday in the future they're going to go 40 minutes. Maybe in 5 years if Danielson still wrestling.
yeah. But like one thing I noticed, like there's a theme with like Brian's matches so far. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me, but like people are being forced to fight his style, like in story, like
Oh
in
yeah, yeah,
kayfabe.
yeah, yeah.
Like the people who go into his matches don't fight the way they normally do. Because like Moriarty doesn't fight like this.
Yeah, he
Like he does high
usually
flying
he does
stuff.
he just high flying stuff, he does strikes and stuff
He
like that.
does
But
like he mixes strikes, high flying, some submissions. But like he was fighting Brian's style,
mm,
and like I think maybe that will lead to something. Maybe that's just a style thing that they like to do. Because like it's nice to see. Because like that's usually what you see in actual UFC fights, where like people fall into this trap of like trying to outdo their opponent,
yeah,
and they
and then like
eventually
they realize that
lose.
they're in deep water. Like this isn't what
Yeah,
I'm comfortable with, and then they lose. Which
yeah.
actually kind of nicely leads us on to what happens next because can you imagine John Moxley wrestling in that style? Like
I mean,
it's going to
he,
look so wrong and it's
he
going to
can.
look
The thing,
great.
the thing is, he can.
Yeah, he can. He can go. Like
Like
this
I don't know if you've watched his
he has like
match.
59 finishers, right? He has like
I,
59 different finishing moves.
I think the point of reference would be like if you can look for his match with Brian Cage
It was on Dark,
when
right? It was on the Best of Dark, and like
no, no, no,
he
it's on Dynamite. It's on Dynamite.
oh wait, no, no, no.
During
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so I
yeah,
think it
it
was a warm up match to his
yeah,
defense against Brian Cage, and even then he was working a submission match. Like,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
okay,
Because like
John,
th- that was like the debut of his like chokehold. Like
bulldog choke,
he
like the world's
can
most aggressive chin lock.
go toe to toe with Brian. I feel like his like especially now, like after his long break and he got to like focus on his body and stuff.
Yeah, and he looks like
He
he's in great shape.
yeah I think he can go in there and like last for maybe an hour if they let him.
Jesus Christ! Like, oh, he's not. They're not gonna make him do that. But if he
No,
could,
no.
if he needed to do
He-
that, he would probably do that
So
easily.
they haven't announced anything, but like I think we both agree this is going to be a revolution match.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I don't trust someone until I bleed with them first, which means that this could go the other way, and maybe Moxley drags Danielson into a brawl.
I mean, it
Maybe,
could be,
yeah,
maybe. But like the way this is going and like the way he worded that, I think he's going to lose. but then they're still gonna end up in a
Like on
team.
like they're probably going to end up cool with each other, but
Yeah,
like they're not gonna be like friends or anything.
yeah, maybe.
Like think the two-man power trip.
Yeah.
That's and by the way, like before we leave this segment, the best line of the whole night was Danielson saying, "That's why I don't trust the American public with anything." That's right, that Brian. I don't trust the American public either.
He's like the anti Razor Ramon.
Yeah,
He asks
he's basically like a crap eating sportsman now. So like he's the absolute best version.
asks the people for a survey, refuses to accept answer.
Sounds like most qualitative researchers. I would know. I'm going to
Oh
defend my
god.
thesis in 2 months. Yeah, yeah,
So, so next we had a short Keith Lee video promo.
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't much. Like, I mean, the promo wasn't much. Like Keith Lee being here is big, but
It
like
gives an
this is
opportunity
basic.
to talk about last week because we weren't
Yeah.
on last week, and like I think that there should be no more debuts for a while. But
Well,
also, I
you're
really
gonna be
love debuts. I
you're gonna
really,
be
really love debuts.
you might be disappointed next week.
Like we could like see like we like okay. So for a bit of like behind the scenes, we couldn't watch it immediately on Fight
Uh,
because like
yeah, I
like
wanted to talk about this.
our subscription expired, and then we
Yeah,
thought.
no,
And
and
then we thought, why would the subscription expire? Because like it
no,
automatically charges from the account, right? And then
yeah.
we look and we see that the subscription fare is higher, and we thought, oh, why is that? And it's probably because of all the new big contracts they're paying out.
I
So
mean, it could
like,
only realistically be.
like is that why they let Cody go? So they if Cody if
No, no, no.
I we haven't mentioned Cody yet, but like if Cody being let go leads to the price going back down to what it used to be, then maybe I won't be as sad. Maybe I don't want him back. Maybe I need my extra few dollars every month
I,
over Cody Rhodes on programming.
I think it was like from what I've heard, quote unquote, the reason why Cody won is uh they couldn't agree on like how much they were gonna pay him. And honestly,
Yeah,
I'm fine.
like
If any
okay,
if
grab your
anyone's
bag,
gonna get
get your bag.
yeah,
Like
if anyone's gonna get mad at him, that's dumb.
yeah,
Like
like
if
get your
if
bag,
you're
secure your life. Like you
like
got kids,
if
you need
WWE
this.
is gonna pay him whatever he's asking for, like dude, go for it.
Yeah, like why not? Like, are you willing to become Stardust again? Fine.
I
Are you
mean,
willing to
yeah,
become Dashing again? Fine. Like
and
he can
if
do it. He was good. He was really
yeah,
good.
and if he becomes unhappy again, like he can ask for a release. I don't know. Like,
He's powerful. He's a powerful guy. He
yeah,
could just start another promotion. He shouldn't,
like
but he could do it.
and we have no right at this point to get mad at
Yeah.
his life choices.
Yeah.
He's a dad.
Like he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah,
However, let it be known on the record that I still think this is a work. I still think this is a work.
I
I still think it's a work.
I have chosen to defer and like not think about it until something actually happens.
Yeah. So speaking of a former TNT champion, the potential next TNT champion was giving a
Yeah,
segment. Yeah.
Wardlow versus
Yes.
Caster. I think this has been his longest match, like
Right. Yeah.
in recent memory. Like
His
he was
power
the
bomb symphony was only 3 power bombs long.
this
Like,
was it.
is he breaking? What's wrong with him?
This was the only match on the card that was nowhere near 10 minutes.
Yeah, like at one point, like at one well, first of all, great rap by Caster as always.
Yeah.
Second, like he was in the pin and then he kicked out and then JR said like a Wardlow kicks out with guts and determination, and it never occurred to me that Wardlow actually needs any guts or determination.
He kicked out at one.
Yeah, and he was like with guts and determination. I think he's okay.
At
But
that
then
point, he was probably just annoyed.
yeah, the thing is, my theory is that Wardlow recently learned to take more bumps because like last week he was with the Blade and he took a couple of bumps, and then now he's with Max Caster and he took a couple of bumps here. So like, are they setting something up? Are they making him go longer as preparation? Is it finally time? Is it Wardlow's world?
I mean, he needs to go longer for
Yeah,
the face of the Revolution match. So maybe
yeah.
this is it.
I haven't like I haven't been around for long, like in the grand scheme of AEW.
Yeah.
So like maybe he can go. Maybe there is evidence that he can go, and
I
he
mean,
probably can.
he could he
He's hella athletic.
like back to talking about Cody. He hung in there in a cage match.
I didn't even know they were in a cage. Okay,
This was
that
like early
yeah,
ish AEW.
that was when MGF was still associated with Cody, so like it's
No, no,
ancient
no.
history,
That was like
right?
the start of
When
like
they were breaking off.
yeah.
So
Uh,
Keith Lee and Wardlow are going to be in the same match. Oh, and there's going to be ladders.
there's
Yes.
also the possibility of being joined by Powerhouse Hubs.
Oh yes. And we know that at least two of those people can do moonsaults. Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is going to be great.
I don't think my body is ready for this match. I'm not sure my body is ready. And one last thing. Um I think like like no, like Sean Spears attacked Anthony Bowens
Yeah,
after the bell.
but he didn't do anything for like the interference beforehand.
Yeah. But I think like Justin Roberts just got cut off, and he basically said, "Here is your winner, Ward." Yes, Ward. He is no longer low. He is no longer in servitude to MJF. He is now
He's just
simply
Ward.
Ward. Even the Ward knows his actual real life last name. So yeah.
Yep. And up next we have wait. Oh no. Where are my banners? Mercedes Martinez and Britt Baker backstage.
Can I
Basically,
just say, White Britt Baker calling in and paying for the services of Latina Mercedes Martinez
don't think
from
about it too much.
like I thought she was just in on her own to like go after Thunder Rosa. There's a she got brought in by Britt Baker. Oh,
I don't. Okay, to be fair, I don't think they were doing that on purpose.
it's probably not on purpose. Like he just wants to take out Thunder Rosa. Like
Yeah,
yeah, but
it's fine. I don't. I suggest you don't think about it
yeah.
too much.
A nice small thing though is like that after Thunder Rosa is taken out, Dr. Britt Baker DMD will become the most powerful woman in AEW, which implies that she knows she isn't, as long as Thunder Rosa is
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Like,
Actually, yeah. Good point. I didn't catch that.
yeah.
Like, she's still scared.
I think it's always been lights out. It's always come back to lights out. Like
Yeah,
she's beaten like a load of people. Like she's beaten Sheeta, she's beaten Statlander, she's beaten Ruby Soho, she's beaten Riho. So like it's always come back to Thunder Rosa, and like
yeah.
these two in their eternal dance. Like it's great. I like it makes for great TV, and I am excited to see this like live for the first time because I wasn't around yet for Lights Out.
And by the way, for anyone wondering who the guy Britt Baker Sensei is, he's he was he was the guy from Karate Kid, like the original one,
Yeah, but like I
and
don't
he
know.
lives
I didn't see
no
Karate Kid. Like
he lives in Tennessee. That's why he's there.
yeah,
He's
and
a
then go to finish off
yeah.
Mercedes if she doesn't get the job done.
You haven't seen Karate Kid?
I didn't even see the 2010 Karate Kid.
No, not that one. The original one.
Yeah, I haven't seen both.
Yeah, you need to watch that so you understand what happens here.
I mean, what happened happened. So
Yeah,
we we'll get back to these guys later.
yeah.
Like,
So up next we had the Adam promo.
the Adams, the Adams family is what I'm calling them. Um, I like the thing about like Hangman is that well the one I like how he's like been through like three defenses, two of which he's won, and he's still friends with everyone, but
Yeah.
without becoming like the classic babyface doesn't take his opponent seriously. Like
Yeah, he hasn't turned into like 2010s John Cena.
yeah, I mean like I don't think he ever will be like he's too insecure and relatable for that to
Yeah,
ever
let's
happen.
not.
Yeah. And like I heard it like put it best on it was put best on like a podcast that I listened to that I listened to lately, and it said that Hangman it always feels that Hangman's still chasing,
Yeah,
like he
yeah.
has the belt but he's still like chasing, he's still proving that he can be
Like,
a wrestler, he's still proving that he can be a fighter against Archer. So
yeah, there's like always something to prove per match. Like he had to prove himself against Brian. He had to prove he
yeah,
could last with Archer, and now he has to prove
yeah.
himself against the more popular Adam.
By the way, we didn't talk about this last week, but the buckshot of the ref is gonna end up spot of the year. I don't care what happens
I
because
don't know.
it
Eh,
was so unexpected and it was so
that,
beautiful.
that was great, but
Yeah,
they have like 10 months to top that.
yeah, but like I don't know. I guess like a spot has to surprise. I can't. I'm not supposed to see it coming. So
He has to do a buckshot off a ladder onto a grounded opponent.
no, he has no like he what he has to do is he has to do a buckshot where he front flips off a ladder. So it's still basically a buckshot, just with more danger to him.
Yeah, it's going to be like the Panama Sunrise.
Yeah. Like you just jump off a ladder for the Panama Sunrise for no discernible reason. So yeah, yeah. So speaking of the purveyor of the Panama Sunrise came
Yeah,
out
Page.
and
It,
and
it,
they were roommates.
this was like again the weird promo by Cole. I mean, like he was going between heel and like good guy.
I think like we've seen recently like Adam Cole is like tearing in half. I feel he is tearing in half.
I mean,
Like
he was like in the promo later.
yeah, like he wants to be the best, but then also like he doesn't know who his friends are. But then
Yeah.
also like, does he like is he still cool with Hangman because like they have shared history, or like
No,
does he
no,
not
no.
like him because
I,
he can never be like a star like he is?
I
Like
don't think he's like torn with Hangman. I think he's torn between Bucks and Red
Red
Dragon.
Dragon, yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah,
But then
basically,
but then by extension, like the Bucks don't want to hurt Hangman. Red
yeah,
Dragon don't care. So
yeah.
they were so maybe he's torn between those two as extension between
Ah,
like
yeah,
Red Dragon and the Bucks.
maybe.
So yeah,
Yeah. So basically, Cole said they'd meet someday. Uh,
yeah,
walks out the ring. Paige gets jumped.
yeah, and that's the
Then
reason. Like, welcome back, new father Kyle O'Reilly. Welcome back. Congratulations, my man.
and then like Dark Order come in, and Ten just goes on and beats the security
Yeah,
guards.
like what's with them? Like it seemed like genuine red mist. Like did they break him? Like did someone break Vance backstage?
I think he's just mad.
He's just a big angry guy who screams
Yeah.
and does this.
I mean, it's probably going to be fun. Like Cole versus Ten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the go home episode of Rampage where Adam Cole finally finishes off the Dark Order by 1v1ing -1.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's not 18 yet.
No,
So
I mean, if wrestlers can wrestle a blow up doll in DDT, I'm sure he can wrestle a sentient human
yeah,
child.
I no, but I don't think they can do that on TV.
It's not legal, but like if they
Yeah.
could do it, they
Ooh, lights out match.
would. Yeah. Oh, oh, so it doesn't count on their record. Adam Cole versus
So
-1. Book it.
up next we had a video package. Again, nothing much. This was hype for the main event later.
They have previous. They
Yeah.
have previous. So like
And
we'll see more of this.
yeah. And then this one, you touched on this earlier. Elite
Yeah.
versus. elite backstage promo.
They
So
had a
basically,
child off. They basically had a
yeah,
child off.
they were counting off how many children they had.
I didn't know the
The,
Bucks had kids.
this was like I remembered they had this comparison sheet in football once. They were comparing two quarterbacks from opposing teams. So basically, they had like normal stats like completed passes, like a completion rating, touchdowns and stuff. And like on the bottom stat, it just said children. One of them had 9, the other had 0. And like this had the same mood.
The thing is, I didn't realize that I genuinely thought that the Bucks were younger than they actually are,
I know it's just
because
the
like
name.
they're 36 and 32, but like
Yeah,
32 is
no.
pretty young, but like 36 is pretty
Like
veteran already.
if you watch their vlogs, they've been bringing their kids to like big shows
Oh,
ever since New Japan. Like Okada knows they
oh,
have kids.
oh,
They had one vlog where like Okada was like chasing one of their kids around.
oh! That's really nice. I need to find this vlog. That's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah. So basically, Cole couldn't choose between Young
Hangman is
Bucks or
broken. No, not Hangman. Like Adam Cole is like
yeah, and,
ripping in
and
half.
then Brandon's like trying to taunt him. Why?
Like, Brand, you know that you're also going to end up jobless, right?
I like how they also refer to it as like the Cutler Cam.
Yeah. And like while we're on the elite, MT Nakazawa had a match on Dark, and it's the
Wait,
funniest match of the year.
why is he called MT again?
I don't know. I don't know why he's Michael, but like they call him
Yeah.
MT. I don't know. Like the last time I saw him on TV was when he was like the weird baby in the baby costume on the Halloween Dynamite.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, but like he's really it was the funniest match of the year, and you guys should watch. Basically, watch Dark if you're bored about squash matches. Treat it like an Excalibur and Taz podcast.
Yeah. I,
Yeah.
I, I think like, what I told you about that match was like Taz was basically not commentating. He was just experiencing this match.
Yes, and Excalibur was trying to commentate and failing miserably because he was laughing too hard, and they finished it with a 69 slam. So, yeah.
It's the dumbest match. It's
Yeah,
the
it was
best
it
match.
was canonically a 69 slam because Nakazawa had a face that it stunk afterwards. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like a tombstone pile driver. It was like, oh, it implied 69 slam. It's actually
Yeah.
a 69 slam. So
And
yeah,
then, okay. So on to more serious matches.
yeah.
Oh, no DQ match versus Thunder
Wait,
Rosa versus Mercedes.
no, it's not. They had the
Wait, yeah.
Hager v Jericho.
Oh fuck!
No,
I forgot
not
to put.
Hager v Jericho. Not Hager v Jericho.
Wait,
But
did I
okay,
forget
so
to put that in?
oh no,
Oh no,
oh no.
it's in the ticker.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah,
we'll just okay. So let's just go back to the previous one. Let's go back to the previous banner. But
yeah,
so Hager's in the ring for the first time in 25 years, and he's like, the best thing about this match was that Hager was actually really sad. He
yeah.
was really sad.
He was smacking Ortiz and like asking him why.
Tell me why. Tell me why. It's
Like
like really
okay,
sad.
so like that actually shows me that maybe only Chris Jericho's turning heel.
Yeah, like maybe, and then maybe he further alienates Sammy and Hager.
Yeah,
Maybe.
'cause, like Hager wasn't in here to like teach them a lesson. He was there to like, why are you doing
Like,
this?
why are you doing? I hate that I'm doing this right now. And then he
Yeah,
does his MMA offense.
yeah,
Uh, yeah. I actually miss Proud and Powerful as a tag team. They're fantastic.
yeah. They're
They're
great.
they're really great. I love them. Never forget how Ortiz took Jake Hager out of the last 3 minutes of the match by a random cannonball apron senton
Yeah, I think like
off the stage.
the way to describe them is like they're not like if you watch Lucha Bros, they're like really fast and they're like everywhere.
Yeah,
But like Proud and Powerful are like sneaky fast because like
yeah. They're like the
they're
Lucha
doing a
Bros
lot of
plus
things.
like 10 pounds, like,
Yeah,
maybe.
but they're doing a lot of things, but it's also easier to follow.
Yeah, and then like they have a lot. Like I'm a sucker for like combination moves, like
Yeah, yeah,
Silver and Reynolds. Remember Silver and Reynolds finisher? Like I love that.
yeah, yeah.
And like Proud and Powerful is like finishing sequence, and
Oh,
the
by the
sequence
way,
as well that ends in a assisted standing moonsault. Like
oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I like
I
that. I really
we
like that.
we forgot to mention Eddie Kingston's back.
Yeah, Eddie Kingston's back, and then at some point, at some point, like Jericho had the walls of Jericho in,
Ah, yeah,
and
yeah,
the
this was near the
pictures
finish.
and the pictures from that are going to be like hung up in a museum because like Jericho has, I think it was like Ortiz in the walls,
Yeah,
like the commentary called it the Lion Tamer. It is not the
yeah.
Lion Tamer.
He didn't have his
But
knee down.
yeah, but and like Kingston was just screaming from the outside. Like that's gonna be a beautiful picture when it
Yeah.
does get released. So
So basically, the finish came. I think it was that like the walls was locked in. Kingston was on the apron. Admittedly, he was yelling into the ring, but like he
yeah,
wasn't doing anything.
yeah,
And then Jericho goes for the dropkick,
yeah, and then he gets
unprovoked,
caught.
quote unquote.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, and then
that's
he
what
gets
cost him.
smacked. Yeah,
Brother
and like
Powerful won.
yeah, and now it's I don't know if it's finished.
I
Maybe
forgot
they
what they
are.
said last week. Are they out? Was that the step that they're out,
No,
or like they just settled this with their fist?
yeah, I think they were supposed to settle it here, but now Chris is mad, so
At
it's
Eddie
not set.
Kingston.
Yeah,
At Eddie Kingston.
so it's not settled yet. I
Yeah,
don't
which
think
means
so.
Sammy is gonna be like, you guys, just keep doing your thing. I'll keep defending my title, and he did
No,
defend his.
no,
Yeah,
I think Sammy's just gonna do his own thing for a while.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Okay,
yeah.
so
I mean, well, at least Proud the Powerful are back in the tag team
yeah,
division.
so after that, that's when the video package happened, and then
Yeah.
we had Thunder Rosa versus Mercedes Martinez.
And can I just say, Mercedes Martinez entrance gear? Can I buy it? I would like that entrance gear.
Yeah, that was
It's
great.
beautiful.
She had nice gear.
She's got her reckoning mask on.
No, oh god, I didn't
I'm
even
not forgetting. I'm not forgetting.
I didn't even want to
Sorry.
remember that.
I'm not forgetting.
This was
Yeah.
just like a nice, fast, no DQ match. Like, thank God there was no blood, because again, I'm squeamish
Yeah,
of
there was
blood.
something. Well, Thunder Rosa's entrance theme just sounds like she should be sprinting out every
Yeah,
time. Like it's a bit of like the Ultimate Warrior kind of music. Like it
yeah, yeah.
immediately goes into like screaming the words Thunder Rosa. Um, Another thing, JR said like, so Mercedes is a mercenary hired by a dentist. And when you say it like that, it sounds really sad. Like, come on, JR, why you gotta do it like that? Like, why you gotta say it like that?
There was some like nice spots here. I liked how the barricade just gave up and fell over.
Yeah, and then like she just fell flat on the back of
Yeah,
her and on her back,
I don't
and
know
then
if
they
they
were
meant
like
to do
wrestling.
that.
They were like wrestling in like one of the entrances into the stadium,
Yeah,
and then you could see
God,
in the back that there were people who couldn't get back to their seats because there
I
are
think,
people beating each other
dude,
up right now.
thank God Thunder Rosa didn't die from that jump flying move from I
From that
think it was
shaky moonsault. Yeah,
yeah. I think she held on to a fan, so at least that fan
yeah, like
didn't.
like, at least that fan like didn't like push. Wasn't a Mercedes Martinez
Yeah,
fan or something.
good on him
Yeah,
or her.
yeah. Mercedes was throwing so many chairs into the ring because they were gonna have a board meeting. Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
there were a lot of chairs in this
yeah,
match.
they couldn't get the table set up, and then
No,
at one
no,
point there was just like screw on tables.
the table broke before she could sit it down.
Yeah, but then she set it up in a different way anyway, and they made it work. So, like
Yeah,
they put a fisherman's buster, and Mercedes just slid off the table.
yeah.
Like what a
I
sight! What a
mean,
beautiful sight!
the table technically did break, so
Yeah, like it broke where Thunder Rosa made contact.
yeah,
There was another spot where Mercedes did a spider German suplex. I'd
yeah.
never seen one before,
No,
but it
that's
looks
my
crazy.
that's my favorite move from like the Raw versus SmackDown games, because like in
I
the
could never
PS,
do it. Like it looks so complicated to set up. Like you have to get your opponent up there for a
yeah,
while.
yeah, because like in
Yeah.
the PSP, like it actually in the games it sets you up for a high flying move, and like I used to like flying finishers, so I
Yeah.
always did the Spider German into a finisher.
Like Mercedes just dropped into the Spider German and then
Yeah,
did this like Bray Wyatt thing of
yeah.
like shouting from upside down. Beautiful, beautiful.
There was all
Unfortunately for Mercedes, she is 1 and 2.
yeah. There was
Yeah.
also this brutal trash can spot where like not the drop kick, not the drop kick by the way. Like Mercedes Martinez just like chucks the trash can lid
Yeah, like
to
yeet.
Thunder Rosa's throat.
Yeah,
It's like
like oh my
what?
god.
It's
Oh
like
my.
you know how you put CDs in? It's like she was
Yeah,
trying to shove it into her neck.
play this song, Thunder Rosa. Play this song. Oh my god. And like
God, it's like
so
okay,
remember
the
so
thing.
the thing I mentioned that like Britt Baker is hiring Thunder, at least Britt Baker is hiring Mercedes Martinez. At least it looks like Mercedes is free
Yeah.
from this point.
Oh,
At
speak. Wait,
least,
on. I think we should talk about the finishers. Like there was
yeah,
something I noticed here. I like how Thunder Rosa actually repositioned Mercedes Martinez so like her head was actually on her thigh and it was
yeah.
nowhere near hitting the chairs. Cause like I was scared. I was scared they were just gonna do the whole just land on your shoulder thing and like okay that's safe, quote unquote, but like that's gonna hurt for like at
Yeah,
least until next week. But like I think she cradled her a bit and like basically the only thing that Mercedes hit was Rosa's thigh, so it's fine. Good
it's
on her
so
for
weird.
protecting.
The thing is, I'm used to like seeing Thunder Rosa on Dark and Elevation and stuff, and it's weird to like hear music after she wins, and then she's not immediately celebrating because like it's like Thunder Rosa, and then she's still dead. Like what? So we're finally starting the setup to the
Yeah,
women's match, and you know what? This is great. It's always come back. It's always come back to lights out. Like they're
yeah.
selling that anthem. It's always come back to lights out.
Britt Baker's never gotten over it.
Yeah, and like it's always like she's gone around the world. Like she not around the world, but like around the women's division. She's beaten like a load of top people, and it's always come back to Thunder Rosa. Like yes, yes, more of this, more of this.
Yeah. So after that we had this one House of Black video package.
There's gonna be a third. Can we stop? We're gonna start paying through our noses for fights soon. Can we stop? Like
By
it's
next
gonna be a great moment, but can we stop? Like
by next year
please.
we'll be paying pay-per-view prices per month.
No. By next weekend, monthly fight subscription is going to be less expensive than pay per views.
Oh no. So
Uh,
I mean betting odds are it's probably gonna be Buddy Matthews. I
it's
don't
gonna
think it could be anyone else.
it's gonna be Muddy Matthews.
Buddy Matthews.
Yeah. But like the thing is that also assumes that Ray Phoenix is coming back soon. And like, is he coming back soon?
Yeah, he could be.
I don't know what his injury timetable is like from
Yeah.
when they dropped the tag titles. But then we're gonna get Penta Black. I've never seen Penta Black. I don't know what that is yet. But it looks like they're doing a direct rematch. So there's something's probably going to happen.
So yeah, I'm really excited to see that next week. I
Kings of the Black Throne would be great tag team champions if we're
Oh,
going there.
uh,
They would be fantastic tag team
yeah.
champions. Plus Freebird rule, yes,
Hmm.
yes,
I mean,
yeah,
probably not, but hopefully, yeah.
yeah.
So we had Jay White video promo. He's not set up for anything. Like he's just fighting Trent.
I think he's just here to piss Kenny Omega off
Yeah, maybe I
because
think so.
they sold the thing in the video. Like they're
Ah,
just here to
yeah.
sell. Yeah, they
Like
just
if it
sold the
wasn't for him,
Kenny Omega
there.
would have never left New Japan. There would be no AEW. So you're
Yeah.
welcome. I'm like, oh, thanks, Jay. Thanks, man. Thanks, my guy. But I think he's here to like serve the storyline of the elite. Like, what the hell? Why did you bring in Jay?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like another thing we forgot to mention in the Elite Pro, like Adam Cole just assuming Jay White is aligned with them.
Yeah, but then like last week as well when Jay White debuted and then they had a post team talk after. It's like, what the hell? Why did it would have been nice to get a text or something because if you don't know, Jay White is Kenny's sworn enemy, and then he was and I was like, no. It's okay. And I didn't go over this before, but Adam said that you all have to end the children off that they all had beautiful children, which is a bit
Yes.
weird coming from someone who isn't related. So yeah, like Adam Cole sorted out.
So lastly, we had main event Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin for. He's still carrying both TNT championship belts. Like I'm agreeing with JR. Why does he have both of them?
Surely it hurts his abs, and he has history with abs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has prior history with his abs. And this was a lot of fun. There were like a
Yeah.
couple of huge moves.
This was
Sammy did a
basic.
proper super AA. This is what the super attitude adjustment should look like. You don't drop him to the mat. You just drop him on the buckle and jump
Yeah.
off.
This was basically a greatest hits match so far.
Yeah.
Like if you could have a recap match, this was the recap match.
Yeah, like, and the thing is, I'm not used to seeing Sammy Guevara have a size advantage, but
Yeah.
like he sells it really well while also still flying high. Since when were you allowed to do a rope hung senton? What is that?
Yeah, dude,
Like,
that was my favorite spot actually is like him kicking Darby while Darby was on the top turnbuckle. Cause like
yeah,
he just went up and like hit him in the face.
there was also this weird pin by Darby with like crossing the legs
I know
thing.
he does that. Like that's
I
his
didn't know what.
finisher.
Oh no, like the pin.
Yeah, that's one of his finishers.
So like I was about to say like I've never seen this pin before, and
It's like figure
Excalibur
four.
somehow knows exactly what it's called. Like what
No,
the hell? Like,
he's used that before. It's like figure four into a pinning predicament.
yeah.
Yeah,
So like
and
this was crazy.
there was also the cutter reversal from the suicide dive,
Yeah, like legit out of nowhere. Like that's an
and
actual out of nowhere suicide, like
and
suicide
again,
type cut reversal.
if I'm going to indulge in the whole Cody is actually still in AEW conspiracy theory. They did they tried to do both of his finishers.
But they ended up doing one anyway.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it was a reference thing.
yeah, and
They're also still saying
yeah,
his name.
yeah. They're also still mentioning. I mean, they probably wouldn't stop mentioning him unless he actually showed up in WWE. So like he's not yet there. So I guess his name is still fair game, but
Yeah.
it's still a work. It's still a work to me.
Yeah.
It's still fake to me. Damn it.
Anyway, back to the match. Like yeah,
Before we
the
talk about the finish, someone has to tell Sammy to stop doing sentons. He keeps getting hurt
yeah
by
he
sentons.
like
Like,
every
can
time
you
he
stop?
does this, he keeps getting hurt. Maybe
Like,
just
every time
not
he does
do.
that, like it's fine. Like he did like a senton into Jay
No,
White
no,
through a
no.
table.
I
He did
It's like-
a
but the
he did
success
a
rate
senton to
isn't.
Cody. Yeah, the success rate isn't great, and
Yeah,
even successes hurt you more. Like, can you just stop?
please don't.
Please don't do any sentons ever again. Like, do more of that spot with at full gear where you just threw a football
Yeah,
at uh, at Ethan Page. And that was
yeah.
great.
So basically, what was the setup to the finish? So all I remember was like Darby was on the top rope, facing away from the ring,
Yeah,
Sammy was down, and then
yeah,
Andrade came in and then
and
whacked Darby.
with the most expensive weapon there's
An
ever been.
iPad.
Jeez,
Because
like he smacked him with a tablet.
Darby gets knocked out. Sammy wakes up and was like, "Oh, free win." I mean, to be
Thanks, and
fair, take what you can.
yeah, and he takes the titles back. He takes the
Yeah,
titles back.
yeah. Hits the GTH, pins
Yeah,
Darby for 1, 2, 3,
yeah.
and then Matt Hardy attacks
I think
Darby.
Matt Hardy is just trying really hard to impress Andrade.
I think so.
I think that's what he's doing because like if you see like when they were going back up the entrance ramp, Andrade was showing off his tablet and it didn't even have any cracks on it. It was fine. Like
Yeah,
this must be a really expensive tablet.
or maybe hit him with the back.
Yeah, maybe with the back of the tablet.
So
So
I
like,
think what we're getting from this
is that
is,
Andrade's finally doing something?
yeah,
Oh my god! Thank God, thank the Lord Jesus, Andrade is doing something.
like he's gotten past being, because like one of the fears when he got here was like he wasn't impressive enough. Like his debut wasn't great. He was boring in
Yeah, he
that
was
match.
introduced by Vicky Guerrero.
No,
Like
not just
he had the pack thing. Like that was fun.
not just that, but like his in ring stuff. Like for the debut match itself, it wasn't inspiring. But like ever since that, he's been great. He just needs a storyline. Like he
Yeah,
had the
and like
pack.
this is why we should stop giving debuts. Like
Yeah,
please, like we already have people.
yeah.
Like can we maybe stop? Can we maybe stop? I will still
So
pop like crazy if like for example like Johnny Gargano is the Joker. But then I will be happy for like 20 minutes. And then I'll realize, oh god. Oh
we're
no.
gonna have to pay more money.
Yeah, and not only that, the people are gonna start getting on dark again. And like you're not putting Keith Lee or Johnny Gargano on dark. So
I'm really excited to see Andrade versus Sammy. So
yes, like it's gonna be an incredible match. That's going to be so much Spanish sex energy.
I
Yeah.
don't I don't think he's winning though. I'm not sure.
Probably not. But then the thing is,
I mean he
he
could.
hasn't done anything in so long. Where does he go?
Oh, maybe he could, and then he's the one who fights Wardlow. Because I don't think Wardlow is gonna. Because like
Oh,
Wardlow needs to get over strong. He needs a heal.
but then they can't beat Sammy.
They no, I think they can.
Yeah, but it would make more sense to beat Andrade, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can go either way with this.
But the main thing is that Andrade is getting probably a main card match on a pay per view.
Yeah.
Like, thank the good Lord. I mean, he got one, but it was this weird tag team with Malachi Black before he had the House of Black or anything. So, thank God. Yeah.
So yeah, that was the show. We're finally starting to build to Revolution for
Yep.
starting this week. We have 2 more weeks before the pay
We,
per view.
we have two more Dynamites and three more Rampages.
Yeah.
Um, we haven't before we go, we haven't seen Bear Country on TV for a couple of weeks. We haven't seen Bear Country on Dark either for a couple of weeks now. I am making my demands known to Tony Khan. Please
Maybe
put
they're
them.
in maybe they're in the battle royale.
But then they'll lose the battle royale. They can't
But at least
lose.
they're on
I
TV.
I don't allow them to lose. Do you not understand this? They are not allowed to lose matches. They are bears. Like someone called them back from the forest. Someone called them back from like from Bear Mountain where they with their other fellow bears.
So yeah, that's the show. Zero Bear Mountain sightings today. Maybe
Zero Frankie Kazarian sightings, but
yeah.
the PC
Maybe
wasn't
we'll
there. Who
have
else are
some
my
next week.
favorites? my favorites, like I keep track of my favorites, like who don't show up on TV. So like Nyla Rose, she shows up regularly. It's fine, but she
Yeah.
wasn't on this week, and she isn't doing anything anymore. She just ate Ruby Soho. But um, who else? Bear Country haven't been on TV. Frankie Kazarian was on Dark. Angelico came back for one match and got injured again. So
Damn.
yeah, I just need, what's the name of his tag? The Hybrid 2, right? With Jack
Yeah.
Evans.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like a submission tag team. Like, come on. A
Yeah.
submission tag team. But yeah, my
Yeah.
favorites will come back soon. But for now, I guess I'll settle for Keith Lee.
Yeah.
And Sammy. And
Settle.
Sammy Guevara. I'll settle for Keith Lee and Sammy
Yeah.
Guevara. I guess they're okay.
Yeah.
You know? I guess
So,
they're
yeah.
okay. They're definitely okay that we don't need any more new people. PS, we don't need any more new people. We definitely do not need any more new people. Okay?
So, yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's it for today's show.
We'll try to be back
Hopefully,
next week.
y-
Don't take us on for our word.
yeah, because I don't have classes anymore, so maybe
Yeah.
there's like a higher percent chance that I can
Yeah.
actually do this
Yeah.
on time.
We're gonna talk about Eddie Kingston again. That's always fun.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks.
And